Doug, how's everything going at the chamber? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry I missed it. I can't sometimes leave.
Fox did a good job.
I gotta have to watch her where she goes. I pulled up in front of Mark in front of, and I said, I'll pull right up there where there's no curve. And I'll come around that. I do it because there's one car, she goes across. What? No more store, one store for you. I don't know. She doesn't. Yeah. I was going to sit over here by Chuck.
Chuck's my friend.
Why is it two?
Making deals.
Okay. So, all right, thanks for coming. Well, this is, really, come on in here. And if we can have our council members come up here too, and also Patrick. Yeah, come on up. So, yeah, we'll move this forward so we get enough. Yeah, and we have, Patrick, let's come on up here, Kathy, and our finance director. Who's our staff members?
Laura's in the back right now.
Laura, come on up here. Yeah. So, what's that? Oh yeah, Tim, come on up here, please. So we're glad that you're all here. This is a big announcement. You know, when I first took over as the mayor in North Canton, this was back in 2005. And shortly after that, we lost the Hoover Company, which was like 2,400 jobs. And that was a real devastation to the city. But we had two goals. Every decision that we made, we wanted to make sure that we accomplished one or both of these things, which is to bring new jobs to the city, and also that every decision that we made had to lead to a more cost-efficient and effective local government. So whenever we make a decision, got our council president, come on up here, Jeff. Just in the nick of time.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, you're fine. Just got started. Good to see you. All right. So what we had is, so every decision we make, we try to bring jobs to the city and more cost efficient and effective. And today we got a great announcement. We got 215 new jobs that are going to be coming from Diebold next door. And so we're really, really excited about that. It's going to be light industrial and office support staff. The reason that this is so important is that you've got various locations that Diebold has actually around the world. And what's most important is they selected North Canton. We started working with them back in the first quarter of this year. And because they've got a lot of decisions that they have to make as far as their needs in the future over the next 5 years. And then also, we in the city were trying to accommodate the best that we could to meet those needs. So we had 200,000 square feet, it's owned by IRG, the former Suarez facility, and they were really excited about that. And then the next question is, you know, the cost of the square footage, the upgrades that were going to be made to the facility. And after months of discussion and months of review, it really came to fruition. So now we've got everything in place. What's great about this across the street is that it's an anchor tenant for the north side. So when you look at the success that we've had in the Hoover District, and this is back along where the office space is at, where you have you know, all along Maple Street, that is all redone. You've got state-of-the-art office facilities there. But then when you have the Suarez facility, we did have, you know, after the Suarez company left, there really there wasn't as much activity from a job standpoint. It was used more for like housing of product and like a shipping depot. So we were really focused on utilizing that square footage to get new jobs. So with that, 215 jobs, and we have, it's an $8.4 million payroll, and so we get 1.5% of that. That's how we pay for our police, fire, EMS, and plow the streets and keep the toilets flushing. And so, so that's going to bring in $126,000 to the city. We did offer them incentives in two forms. The first one is we're taking 50%, and we're going to give that back to the company. We'll collect the income tax, and then at the end of the year after we collect it, we will give that back to them as an incentive because they've got a lot of improvements that they've got to make. They have to redevelop the site in order to meet their needs. And then on top of that, one of the big challenges is you look at plans examination or review of the plans. We are going to ask the Community Improvement Corporation to provide $100,000, and they'll pay that to the city. So the city will still collect the funds for the plans examination, plans review, but we're going to use the money from the CIC. And we're really excited. We've got our representatives from Diebold here today, and they've been great to work with. You know, an excellent company. They're reorganizing and they're strengthening their company so that they can be a force in the future. And what's most important is they're right here in Ohio, and more importantly, they're bringing the expansion of jobs right here in North Canton and Stark County. So we're really glad to have you here. And we have Mr. Rowe. He is the Vice President of Global Manufacturing. So we brought in the top people here, and we're ready to go. It's going to make a big difference too, because we know from an economic development standpoint that when you have manufacturing jobs, that's the greatest economic multiplier. So for every dollar that's spent as far as sales in a company, that brings like $1.33 dollars in economic development. And so it's just a real big boost for our local economy. And I also want to thank our staff, Kathy Farina and Patrick DiOrio, and our city council members. Well, and we have our law director, Tim Fox, and also our finance director, Laura Brown, and we have all our council members. Because, when you're doing this, it's like, I get to make the announcement, but there's so many people that are involved in a decision like that. And so the next step is that city council is going to approve this. And we're confident that this meets all the requirements that we've had historically, because we're going with a 50% incentive for the length of the lease, which is 5 years, and that's not out of the ordinary from any of the other economic development agreements that we've had. And so we're really, really excited. And if anybody else would like to add anything, please do.
No, we're just tickled that you guys showed up. We're thankful that you're here, and we're looking forward to a nice relationship, for sure.
Yeah.
You might acknowledge the role that Ray Hexman developed.
Oh, yes, Ray, come on up here. Ray, excellent, come on up here. Yeah. All right, Ray, thanks for coming. So, please step up here. So Ray Hexamer is the president over at the Stark Development Board. And the Stark Development Board is an extension. It really is serves as like the representative for the state of Ohio. So whenever there's incentives that the state of Ohio can offer, and also whenever there's an opportunity to bring new jobs to the city, then that's where Ray and his team, they get involved with the city. And, since I've been here, the Stark Development Board has just been fantastic to work with. And so we appreciate the work that you do. And again, it's just, this is like it's a big deal, because, our community functions off of jobs, off of income tax. And when we have jobs coming to the community, we're able to pave the streets, we're able to put up the flags, we're able to have the police. And one of the things that we know is an attractive aspect for companies to come to North Canton, because they tell us, they say that your city is safe and it's clean and it's got a nice sense of community. And when we bring people into town, they love it. And there's no cost to park too. And the income taxes are low. I could go on, there's another whole full list, but those are the top ones. And so we greatly appreciate that that you folks at Diebold selected North Canton, because it was a real exciting day. For weeks we're sitting there waiting. And then when the final decision is made, we're really, really excited. And so yes, please, any other?
Well, I would say that it's a great piece of the puzzle over there, and we're so happy to have you. So our expectations are going to be even higher now to get the rest of that finished off over there, not just for you folks, but for the entire community over there. So hopefully that'll encourage those folks over there to even step it up, and we're going to be also trying to help them at the same time.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone's support.
Thank you.
So like Mayor mentioned, the city's been great to work with so far, and I'm full confidence that will continue going forward. So we're excited with the proximity to our headquarters and all the changes Diebold next door is going through right now, having that proximity to support this site within 5 minutes is a huge advantage to us going forward.
Because you're real close to the,
It'll give us the ability to consolidate some warehousing distribution, but also we have some work being done externally today in our retail segment that this will give us to be able to pull in-house. So there is an insourcing component that'll play out here, and as business conditions continue to grow, we'll see where the site can take us. But we're very excited about the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
yeah, we're glad to have you.
Yes.
And, Darryl, Doug, anybody else, Marcia? Marcia's the chairman of our economic
I want to thank our staff too.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we worked really hard on this, administrative staff, so.
Thanks.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
You want to, probably be appropriate this time to put Mr. Pritchard opportunity to talk. And then
Yeah,
everybody can just kind of
any
make
questions?
motions.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had, Mr. President, any good news? Welcome. Yeah, great. Yes, so if we have, so really that's it's great news. We love having you here. Thank you. Whenever we bring in new jobs to a location, you hear from the other businesses in the city, you know, the other restaurants and, you know, the sheets, and, you know, they say that their traffic goes up. And that's where the economic multiplier comes in. And I want to thank all of our CIC board members, our planning commission members, our board of zoning appeals members, I mean, all of you for being here, because everybody plays a key role. Our Chamber of Commerce, Doug, and our president of chamber, yes. I mean, you know, and that's the tough part, is whenever you have something like this, you always, what you're concerned about is like, you have to thank everybody, because everybody plays a key role. It's certainly not done just by a few people. So we greatly appreciate you all coming here, okay? And then if we have any questions or anything, we can,
Hang around.
yeah, we can, yeah, just mingle after that. But thank you all for coming, and congratulations, thank you. Great to have you. Yeah, Miss Marcia, keep Marcia. Yeah, it's our secretary, right?
I will.
He's our president of council. Well, you two.
You will run jogging.
But it's all in the city. Look at our Canton, 24 years.
Slaughter, not gonna
I walk by there, I'll never find it.
Thank you. Good news, huh?
I did not know.
Something happened over there
What's
by
that?
the Friday.
I think it was a tree that was good news. So if you look at that, it's going to be a street. Children are gonna stay there. See, look, I tried to put like the family. Yeah. It is. So the
There's 6 or 8 cubes of brick. Cubes, yeah. There's no blocks, it's all brick. 5 years. I knew you would do something.
So we got
Depends on what the issue
Good, glad to hear it.
better. Yeah, they built something out there on Diebold Road, and they're relocating there, and they're, this is done at the end of this year.
Okay, it'd be on different children's.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yes, but you'll see that going in the next year or two.
Got it.
All right. Good meeting.
Oh, yeah. Right, how's, business is good?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so this is, we're not going to utilize it. What we're doing in this particular case is, I mean, this will encompass the downtown area.
Good night. Nice seeing you. I hope you have a good night. Nice seeing you. I'm going to go home and have dinner. So you're not happy? Because it's more than what we're making right now. That's always the argument. Yeah.
Because downtown.
Can we take any donations you want to leave? I see what you're saying, but it's more than what we've got right now. So.
Yes,
We'll see.
we're going to do that right away. So really,
Good night.
yeah. We've got that.
Children's Hospital.
So yeah, so the biggest thing is this. What we want to do is so it's all contingent.
Well, I think that's the only thing they have to do. He said they had to do a build out the suite. So that means we're going to read about property size.
So, and then, you know, we know at the council members that historically this aligns with the was given historically. It doesn't exceed. And so, you know, going with that.
You know, Chuck, I think it's a good plan. So solid jobs over there. There's 100,000 good base. It'll help. It's a good start. I recommend it. And I'm hoping to see a lot more activity going up and down the street.
The CIC is actually meeting right now. And they're going to approve $100,000 and spoken president and their proposal too. Because we've got
Take care, buddy. You can wave, but just don't wait. There you go.
He's gonna pay you here if he lives here.
Excuse me.